Let's begin right here on the one-day time frame. Clearly, as you can see here outlined by this teal moving average, this is the 200-day moving average. In the traditional markets and cryptocurrencies alike, the 200-day moving average is a key leading indicator where it's just a great perspective in terms of, is the market overall looking bullish, meaning that the price action is sustaining its trading above the line? Or on the contrary, is this in a downtrend below the line? I mean, it's just historically across many assets, it's one of these indicators that's proven time and time again to be somewhat reliable when you're looking for the trend structure as a whole. And right now, Bitcoin turned from trading above the line and breaking out in this in this bear market zone down here. Soon as we got above the 200-day, we haven't gone back below it until recently, right? You see all of this action here has been above the 200-day, which, per classical technical analysis theory, is generally very bullish. And now, my friends, we have been sustaining price action below this line for quite some time. And just over the course of the past week alone, we actually have tried to test above it numerous times, and we failed all of them. You can see here in the recent past week, we tested it once, twice, and thrice, all of which only got a wick above it on the daily time frame, all to close their entire candle body below the line. Very bearish in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen.
So if Bitcoin is going to make a move towards 5,500, if that's going to be probable, then first of all, Bitcoin needs to remain below the 21 weekly average. In other words, below resistance. So first, Bitcoin needs to prove itself by remaining below the key resistance at the weekly 21 EMA at that level we see right there, near 9,000. Okay, that's the number one thing. Then Bitcoin needs to break that low it made there. The low is about the 55 EMA, by the way. It needs to break that low. And then Bitcoin needs to break the next support level that you see here. That's the 50 simple moving average, the gray line you see on my chart. It needs to break that level and then break 6,000 in order for the 5,500 to come into play.
Something that I think is very valuable to do is the following. So if you believe that the price action is going to go up, for example, sometimes it's very valuable to go into the chart and try to disprove your own theory. This way you might be able to see things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to see when you are clouded by your own analysis and when you're blinded by your own analysis. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to try to find as many bearish signs as I can, and I'm going to show you the most obvious ones first. And I think this one is quite obvious. We have this horizontal triangle, and you could also call this more of a descending triangle, which would be even more bearish. So let's actually push it like this, and call this a descending triangle. And but I would actually rather have it as a horizontal triangle. But let's start off with this one. And if we were to do a measured move from this, then we would have to do something like this and pull it all the way down like that, and that would give us a target of approximately 5.3 thousand. However, if we were to maybe do something like this and call this more of a horizontal triangle, then we get a little bit of a different target. I would do something like this in that case. And this gives us the approximate number of 6,000, 6,100 or something like that. And that would be a better target in that case, because this would basically mean that we would get supported by this area. So this would be the lower range in the bearish scenario, in my opinion. Another bearish thing that we need to keep in mind here is that it is potentially so that the Bitcoin price is right now forming a bear flag. We can see that that would make a lot of sense. I mean, technically this looks like a bear flag, and if we do a measured move with this bear flag, then something like this is what we should expect, with a breakdown towards 6,650 approximately. Yeah, so technically that looks like something that could happen in the chart.